unshare now? Okay.
Kwenzakalani? What's going on?
I'm sorry, but my screen is just black. I
I
can't see
can't
anything.
see. Me too. I can't see anything. I only see myself.
I can't even see myself. I see.
Please wait. Please wait.
Mr. Pitts, I think the dog got kicked out. Is it possible for you to stream the video so long?
Let me check if I can do that.
Can you please try? Thank you.
I'm back now. This is crazy. Okay. Sorry, guys, for this disruption. It's so much easier to do these things in person. It's such a strange time that we're living in. Okay. Nati, am I going to try and do the link?
You mean the video doc?
Yeah, so I've clicked the link, and then what I'll do is once it's opened, I'll try and share my screen, okay?
All right.
Okay, so you're looking at my screen with the link here loading. I don't know why it's taking long. The sharing screen is stopped as the shared window is closed. Okay, let's try again. Unless I should try and stop the share and then open up the video separately and then try and do that. I'm hearing something. Okay. Seems to be loading.
That's all right. We'll the cover.
Sorry, guys. It's just, I'm just watching something going round and round. Okay. I think we are nearly here. And now I'm going to try and share my screen. Okay, can you see this? Hooray, I think this is like, okay, so orientation for first years, here we are. And there you all are, looking so fabulous. Getting started. Okay, now this is the part where we all have to take a deep breath and pray that this works.
Sanmunani, welcome to the University of KwaZulu-Natal, the premier university of African scholarship, and your new home away from home for these next few life-shaping years.
What's going on now?
We know you are excited and perhaps a little nervous too, but you have matriculated. You have qualified for university. Your whole life is ahead of you with all its possibilities. As UKZN, we look forward to turning your dreams into reality by launching you on a successful career through our quality research and teaching and learning endeavors. In this video, we will introduce you to the university and give you all the practical information you need to start your first year of study. We are here to help. The year 2020 will always be known as the year when education was turned on its head. The COVID-19 pandemic that shook up the world also closed universities. But hey, a university is all about innovation and problem solving, right? UKZN came up with ideas to continue its teaching and learning while students were away from campus as a result of the national lockdown. So we have gone virtual. We are still innovating and teaching our 49,000 students. In this video, we'll talk you through a number of things. We'll visit our different campuses, tell you about registration, the various accommodation options, and what you need to know about funding and money. Your student life is important too, so we'll introduce you to our student services, safety and security unit, and last but just as important, things such as clubs and societies, sports, and socializing. Please watch this video right through first, then watch it again while stopping to visit the embedded links. For your added convenience, we have also placed all the links contained in this video at the end. Let's start with the most important change of all. In 2020, UKZN went virtual. This affected every part of our campus, our learning and our teaching. There are some things that might never go back to the way they were, and this is a very important change that you need to know about. Firstly, there will be no registration on campus. This is incredibly important. You cannot go on campus to register. All students must register online. No walk-ins will be allowed at any of our campuses. This is for your safety and for ours too. So for all your return to campus protocols and safety measures, please visit our website at www.ukzn.ac.za. We also have a video that takes you through each step of the registration process. You can click on the link to watch the video here, or you can wait until the end of the video where we'll provide you with the link again. Another crucial change is that a lot of studying will need to be done remotely. We know this is challenging without face-to-face interactions with your lecturers. However, virtual spaces will still allow you to study with your peers. Studying at home can be lonely. There is no one to share your feelings with. We have kept this in mind and we have stepped up our support services with online counseling services and support. Ever since the beginning of lockdown, the university has provided students with data for their studies, so they're always in touch. You can attend virtual lectures, take part in virtual tutorials, even set up chat rooms with your friends so that you don't ever feel alone. But at some stage, you'll need to go onto campus. Let us look at the university itself. There are 5 different campuses. Howard College is right in the middle of Durban on the Breakout. Most of the colleges are housed here, but if you're studying architecture, nursing, housing, law, media, engineering, or music, this is where you would have to be. The Westfield campus out on the Westfield Hills has the same number of colleges, but this is really where the sciences are studied in depth. This is also the Center for Management Studies. Most of the university executive and administration are based here. There is also a Hindu temple and an Islamic place of worship. The Edgewood campus in Pinetown exclusively houses the School of Education. So if your heart is set on teaching and studying any aspect of education, this is most likely where you will be. Here is the Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela Medical School, a few kilometers away from Howard College. As the name says, this is a medical school and medical research center, and it is attached to the King Edward Hospital. All medical students would be based here. The Pietermaritzburg campus carries most of the same programs as Howard College, but it also houses theology, fine art, commerce, and agriculture. I-UKZN inyuvesi yase-Afrika eziqhenyayo futhi ehe abafundi abavela kuyo yonke i-Afrika nomhlaba jikelele. Zonke izifundo zifundiswa ngolimi lwesiNgisi futhi ezinye izifundo zifundiswa ngolimi lwesiZulu. Uzothola ukuxhumana nokukhululeka futhi uzizwe ukhulekile nothisha bakho nabasizi babo ngokufanele. Our university truly is a melting pot of people with different backgrounds. That is one of the things that makes university life so exciting. Right, let's talk about accommodation. All UKZN campuses have on-campus accommodation as well as off-campus accommodation. Just like registration, you have to apply for accommodation online. Here is the link. The college office will give you an offer for accommodation, and the Department of Student Residence Affairs will place you according to where you would most likely fit best in terms of on or off-campus residence. Most first-year students get placed into on-campus accommodation because this makes it easier and safer for them to get to know their campus and feel at home. This is a big one. Fact is, you cannot study without paying for your tuition. You cannot live without money for rent and transport, and you cannot survive without money for food and clothing. Being that you're about to start your first year at varsity, you should already have your funding requirements in place. But maybe you need some help to fill in the gaps or something for future studies. In that case, here are some links to help. They explain what funding options are available, how to apply for bursaries, and how to get started. As far as data is concerned, UKZN has made sure that data is provided for you from our network partners, so there is no excuse if you don't get onto the information superhighway. A university is not only about lectures and assignments, there is a lot going on. Because every student requires access to a library, each campus has a library, or 3, as is the case on the PMB campus. The library does not only have books and journals. This is where you can find a quiet place to study and countless electronic resources to help you get through your study journey. You can find the library to suit your needs here. We also have on-campus clinics where you can get assistance should you feel unwell or have a health-related issue which requires advice of a healthcare professional. Our clinics are here. There's also professional help and advice available at our HIV/AIDS unit. Because we don't believe that anyone should be barred from further learning due to a condition that might affect them, we have extensive support if you're disabled. If you need help or advice, our disability units are here. You'll feel excited but nervous. New friends, new experiences, and maybe this is the first time you've been away from home. It is normal to have a few challenges in your first year while you adapt to a whole new way of life, filled with things such as deadlines, heavy workloads, and maybe a completely different group of people or ways of doing things. At some stage, you, like everyone else, are going to hit a bump in the road. Maybe a personal problem or a relationship issue or a feeling of being overwhelmed or depressed. Student Support Services has registered psychologists who will listen to you free of charge and in complete confidence and give you advice. Need help? You can come here. So our career development officers in your college will advise you about the road of work right from the very beginning. It is never too early to start thinking about your first job, career, bursary, or intern opportunities, and even workshops to develop your skills. Your second best friend at varsity is going to be your computer. Just like all friends, you're going to have ups and downs, but you don't always get along. UKZN has all campuses. You can find them here. So there is cybersecurity, but there is also your own personal security. We want you to study and live in a safe environment. In this regard, the university does not tolerate intimidation, hate speech, discrimination, violence of any sort, harassment or bullying on or offline. If you experience any difficulty in this regard, speak to a person of authority, such as your campus security personnel, and get the help you need. Now that it's time for play. We have a lot of clubs and groups on campus with such a wide variety of interests that you will definitely find something that suits you. Or maybe you want to try something completely new. Have a look at our list of clubs and societies. And if you are the sporting type, there are facilities for most sports. Maybe you want to play a sport that you've never played before. Or maybe you want to try something completely new, like sculling or fencing. It is entirely up to you. And of course, if you simply want to stay fit, there are free equipment for you. So there you have it. The most important things you need to know about life as a first-year student at UKZN. We look forward to welcoming you to the university and inspiring you to greatness.
Okay, guys, so that was the introductory video, which sort of orientated you to an understanding of the different campuses and the different colleges that exist. And now we're going to move on to looking a little bit about the actual your degrees, and we're going to look at understanding your degree. Before we go into that, though, there's a key concept that I need to sort of just introduce to you for the first time, and it may be something that comes up, and I'm sure it will, a number of times in your degree, but because we are encountering it as a big problem at the moment, it's something that we have to raise, and that is the issue of plagiarism. Now, I'm not sure if everybody understands what that term is, but essentially, when you were at school, you were often directed to doing research online, and that may have meant that you cut and paste things off the internet or other sites, and you put them into your essays, or you put photos, and that's how you created your essay. But at university, that essentially is not allowed. It's called plagiarism, which is another way of saying it's cheating. Sorry, Nati muted me. Didn't like what I was saying. Nati, is there something that you want to say? Somebody's got the, I don't know, I'm rebounding onto myself. Wenzile, is it you? Can you please, everybody please mute yourself. Yeah, there's an echo, Calvin. I think it might be from Wenzile. If you just put Wenzile on mute, then I think that it will go away. Okay. Let's try. Right, so plagiarism is something that we take very, very seriously. And I think that a lot of the time students don't really understand what that is, because they think that if they say the idea differently, or if they only take a few words from here and a few words from there, it doesn't count as plagiarism. But essentially it does. So it's not just about taking other people's words, but it's also about taking their ideas. Now, at university, we encourage you to do research and to find out information about things that you are required to as part of your course. But what you need to do is what we call referencing. So you have to reference everything that you get from any source, whether it's a book, a magazine, an internet site. And we will teach you how to do that. So in your courses, pretty much every module that you take, you will be shown how to reference. At university, there are many different kinds of systems of referencing, and we use a system called the Harvard style, like the university, because that's where it comes from. So the ADOs will explain a bit more about that, and you'll also get it in the videos, and you'll also get it in your modules, and that's because we take it very, very seriously. It's an offense that can land you up excluded from the university, because it is what we call, it is essentially theft, it's stealing. So as much as you are feeling overwhelmed and confused and think that other people might say something better than you, the point about being at university is to find your own path to learning. And we would much rather you make an attempt to explain something in your own words, in your own way, than take from somewhere else. Okay, so that's my first little introduction to this. So please, guys, don't do it. It's just takes away the whole point of being at university. Right, so we're going to go on to the next set of videos, which is understanding your degree. So you are going, most of you are doing either Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Social Science. Okay, now I'm going to briefly explain the structure, but then it's going to come at you at a video, and this way you're going to be able to understand it a little bit more clearly. So the normal length for a Bachelor of Arts or a Bachelor of Social Science, what we call a BA or a BSS, is that it is a 3-year degree. Okay, that's first prize, to get it in 3 years. Now, all of you are going to have to choose 2 majors. Okay, it doesn't matter which is your first or your second major. You just need 2 majors. Now, if you're doing a BA, one of those majors has to come from a list, which is the list of Bachelor of Arts modules. Okay, and you will be shown that list and given that list, and it comes up on the video, I'm sure. If your degree is a Bachelor of Social Science, one of your majors has to come from the Bachelor of Social Science list. And there are a few that are on both. Okay, so a module like Media and Cultural Studies is in Social Sciences and in the BA. Okay, now in your first year and in your second year and in your third year, the ideal number of modules to select per semester is 4. So you have to choose 4 modules. And in those 4, 2 have to be your majors. Now, a major is something that you do all the way to the end. And then in your third year, in your final year, you only choose your major subjects. But instead of choosing 1, you have to choose 2. Now, a degree is made up of semesters, and in the semesters you choose modules, and those modules are worth credits. Okay, and at UKZN, 1 module is 16 credits. So we work in 16s. Okay, now that means that every semester you have to register 64 credits, because 16 times 4 is 64. And your goal is to pass 128 credits every year. If you pass 128 credits, that means that you have passed all your modules and you are 10 out of 10. Okay, now the issue starts coming in when you start failing, which none of you are going to do. But if stuff happens and you do end by failing, that means that it's going to take you a little bit longer to get there. So that's why it's important to get the support you need to manage your time so that you can get your 64 times 2, 128 every semester. So I've said before that you're going to have to choose 2 majors. Okay, so for instance, that might be English and media, or politics and sociology if you're doing a social science degree. Now, the other 2 are what we call electives. Okay, now an elective can be any other module, and it is a semester module. Some students like to take the same elective. So you may choose Zulu as an elective, and then you choose Zulu 101, Zulu 102, Zulu 202, but it's still your elective, it's not your major. If you're wanting to do a teaching, a PGCE, a teaching certificate after your degree, you have to choose 2 subjects that are teaching subjects, and you have to do them for 2 years. For example, history, English, Zulu, drama, tourism, management, the list goes on. Okay, and you choose those electives for 2 years, and then in your third year, you only do your majors. And instead of 1 per semester, you'll have 2. So you'll have 2 of the one major, 2 of the other major. Okay, so that's just the beginning of it. Soon it'll become very easy to understand. Njabulo, can you not share that, please? Oopsie. I don't know what's happening.
University of KwaZulu-Natal, the premier university of African scholarship, and your new home away from home for these next 2 life-shaping years.
That's not me.
You know you are excited and perhaps a
Sorry,
little nervous too,
that's not
but
me.
you have matriculated. You have the university and give you all the practical
Sorry,
information you
Nati.
need to start your first year of
I don't
study.
know what's
We are
happening.
here to help. Year 2020 will always be known as the year when education.
Doc, I'm still trying to see.
COVID-19 pandemic that shook up the world.
I don't know
also
what
closed
this.
universities.
I don't know what's going
But
on.
hey, university is innovation and progress.
Maybe there's someone who's
Nati,
unmuted here.
Teaching
the
and
person
learning
might
away
the
from
person
campus
might
as a
be
result
on
of the national
YouTube
Maybe
and Zoom.
So
Valera.
we've gone virtual,
Can we just
but
mute
still
everybody?
innovating and teaching our 49,000 students. In this video, we'll talk you through a number of things. We'll visit our different campuses, tell you
The
about
person might be on Zoom and YouTube at the same time and might be listening
So we'll introduce
Okay.
you to our student services.
at a reversed
Can we all press mute, Nati? Is it possible for you to press mute? It's live
Yes,
on
For
YouTube.
added convenience, we have
Oh,
also placed
Lord.
all the links contained.
Yes, I've muted everyone. Doc, can you check on your computer if you are not the one who
learning and our teaching. There's something you might need to go back to the web.
Okay, I'm turning down my volume now.
You were still talking about PGCE.
Yeah.
Shabana.
Can we
It
please
seems
switch off
like
our videos?
on the top it says live on YouTube. It's not really giving us an option to
We also have a video that takes you through each step of
Oh, my
registration process.
Sorry, Doc.
no, see, Paul.
Can you maybe try to close down your other windows? So if you on your Google Chrome or Internet Explorer, if
Yes.
you've opened up any other windows, just close all of those windows and only stay connected to Zoom so
Okay,
that
I'm
it'll.
closing everything down. But if you see at the top of the page there, it says live on YouTube.
Yeah, that shouldn't interrupt you. So I think on your laptop there is a video that is open. It's either on YouTube or any other website. That's why there's other sound.
I mean,
coming through.
I can show you now. Like if you look at my share screen,
Let us look at the university. There are 5 different campuses.
this is what I've. Oh. Here we go.
You might have to close down. You see this window, the one with the Howard College campus building. So
Yes.
close that one down so that it'll stop playing.
Okay. Where do I close it down now?
Just close the web page.
Let's close the web page.
Press the X
Yeah.
next to
X,
it.
Yeah. My
There we go.
There I go. Okay. Thank you so much. I always maintain I learn so much more from my students than they actually from me. Okay. Right. So now the next page, and I'm going to stop the share. And we're going to go to another link, and this is going to give you more information about how you might go ahead to select your modules and how you understand this degree that you've suddenly found yourself involved with. And it's going to take its time. Okay. I've pressed the link and it's just doing this little like blue circle. While it's sort of loading on, I don't know if there are any questions. that anybody has so far that we can try and answer for you?
Good morning.
Morning.
I wanted to ask if the module for industrial and organizational labor studies, can it be selected as an elective or major because it only runs for 2 years?
Okay, so the way that ILS works is that you do the normal SAC modules in level 1 and 2, and then you select the specialization in industrial labor studies.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's why it seems like it's only 2 years, but that's because it's level 2 and 3. But
Okay.
you can choose it as an elective. So psych students, you can also not be majoring in psychology, and you could have not done level 1 psychology, but you want to do an ILS module at level 2 as an elective, as an art student, you can do that too.
Okay,
So
thank you very much.
you don't necessarily have to be on the psychology track to pick up psychology modules.
Thank you very much, Doc.
Pleasure. Okay, so let's go for number 1. And again, let's hold fingers and thumbs and toes and all the rest. And I'm going to share. Okay.
Welcome to the University of KwaZulu-Natal. We wish
Yeah,
you
right, and I'll just continue
academic journey.
on my earphone.
You may be feeling a bit bewildered, overwhelmed, and nervous. Don't worry, this is absolutely normal. No one expects you to know how everything works at the beginning. The series of presentations you are about to watch will help you navigate your way through your studies. It is recommended that you watch them more than once if you can, as the more familiar you are with the information, the easier your path will be. UKZN is comprised of 4 colleges. This presentation is aimed at students who belong to the College of Humanities. How do you know if you are a humanities student? Most students in our college enroll in either a BA, Bachelor of Arts, or a BSS, Bachelor of Social Science. These are our general degrees. They are general because you are permitted to take a large variety of subjects within these degrees. The choice is largely yours. The college also offers degrees such as the Bachelor of Architectural Studies, Bachelor of Community and Development Studies, Bachelor of Music, Bachelor of Social Work, Bachelor of Theology, or the Bachelor of Education. These degrees are even more structured, and your advisors will work with you to help you choose the correct subjects for each of these degrees. We also offer some degrees such as the BA PPL, because your choice of subjects is more limited. This will become clearer when you watch the presentation entitled Building My Degree. Because the College of Humanities is so big, with more than 16,000 undergraduate students, it is divided into 6 schools. School of Applied Human Sciences, School of Arts, School of Education, School of Built Environment and Development Studies, School of Religion, Philosophy and Classics, and School of Social Sciences. You will be allocated to a school on the basis of the subjects you choose. The BA and BSS degrees are designed to take a student 3 years to complete. In order to complete a degree, a student must accumulate a total of 384 credits. That may sound like a somewhat random number, but this is how we calculate it. In each of your 3 years, you should accumulate 128 credits. How do you get these credits? You get them by passing a module, which is a subject-specific course. Most modules in the College of Humanities are worth 16 credits, but there are a few worth 8 credits and a few worth 32 credits. Now remember, you need 128 credits per year, so that means you need to take 8 modules of 16 credits each year. Because UKZN is semesterized, which means the year is divided into 2 semesters, the most advisable plan is to take or register for 64 credits, which means 4 16-credit modules each semester. because this means your workload is balanced. In almost all cases, we do not allow you to take more than 4 modules or 64 credits per semester, because you will find the workload too much and will end up not doing as well as you would have if you just focused on 4 modules. If this happens, it may mean you take a little longer to complete your degree, but we have many support structures in place to ensure that you do get there in the end. We do have some rules called progression rules, which may mean that you cannot take certain modules until you have accumulated enough credits, but this is not something you need to worry about in your first year. In the presentations to follow, you will get advice on how to select the right modules for you. We do understand that sometimes you may take a module that you think you will enjoy and succeed in, but it turns out that you don't. This is why it is worth spending a bit of time now really thinking about your module choices and making sure that you take all the required ones for your degree. Remember, the goal is to be degree complete in 3 years, so make every minute count.
Great, thanks. Okay, I see a couple of hands, and maybe what we can do is just answer a few questions before I go on to the next one. I've got Snalo Dlamini, Lorraine. Is that a question? Snalo Dlamini.
I was asking regarding the registration process for the Bachelor of Social Sciences, like when does it open?
Okay, so we're going to get to that a little bit later. We're going to talk about the registration process. It is open already, but we are going to go through that later. If we can limit any questions to what we're looking at right now, which is understanding the structure of the degree. Lorraine, do you have a question about that? And then Julianne Ireland. Okay, Lorraine doesn't seem to be asking. Julianne.
Hello, ma'am. I just wanted to ask, with regards to a Bachelor of Social Science, the list of certain subjects is I'm finding it a little bit confusing on picking majors. So
yeah.
Are you able to do for Bachelor of Social Science major in geography and mathematics?
Yeah, that's a bit of a tricky one. We do allow geography, but we have a limit of how many majors you can do from schools that are outside of our college. So, for instance, law and geography and also things like management are outside of the College of Humanities. So we usually allow a student to do 1, but what you're asking is if you can do 2, and I'm pretty sure that you actually can't. You could take maths as an elective or geography as an elective, but then at 3rd year, you would have to choose between maths or geography. What are you wanting to do after university?
I'm wanting to go into teaching.
Okay, so then that's okay, because teaching only requires you to do up to the end of level 2. So for instance, you could major in geography and history, for example, and then you could take maths as an elective up to the end of level 2. And then in level 3, you finish off your geography and your history. And then you would still be eligible to do maths as a teaching subject at Edgewood. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Pleasure.
Sorry, Doc, to come in.
Yes.
Because the student will have the mentality that we have maths in the College of Humanities. We do not have maths in the College of Humanities.
No, we don't. But I said to her, it's outside the college, and there are maths modules that our students are allowed to take. There's Maths 103. It's in the handbook, and we can look at that in more detail afterwards. There are some modules, even computing and things like that, that we don't have in our college, but you can take those as electives. Okay, we've got Chukwudera Nwodo. I'll say just Mr. Nwodo, that's easier. Do you have a question?
Yes, so basically for the first 2 years, it's 4 modules, each 16 credits. And in our final year, it will be 4 modules, each counting 32 credits. Am I correct?
No, it will be 4 modules, each counting 16, but 2 of those, but there'll only be 2 subjects. So for instance, say you were doing English and politics, you would do English 103, English 301, English 308, Pols 101, Pols 102. So the modules are increased. So you'll do 2 for each subject. Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
Okay, but you still do 4 modules, but they're only from belonging to the 2 major subjects.
Because I was reading the handbook and it said that it's like 32 credits in level 3 for.
Yes, so you would do 32 credits of your one major and 32 credits of your other major, but with the exception of history, I think that still keep a 32 credit module. Most are 16. So for instance, in drama, which is where I belong, in the first semester, you would do drama 301 and drama 302. And in the second semester, you would do drama 304 and drama 305. So you have 32 credits per semester of your major, but it's made up of 2 separate modules.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Younger, and then we'll actually go to the next video because some of your questions might be answered by that. Younger. Okay. Okay. I see that there are other questions. Can I ask you please to mute? Nati, can you please mute? Thank you. Okay. Right. Let's go to the next video. Now that I don't want to do this weirdness. Okay. Building your degree.
The first video explained the basic structure of the degree and the rules you need to follow to progress from your very first semester all the way to being degree complete. This presentation will look at some of the rules around what subjects you can or have to take and how to build your degree by choosing subjects most suited to you and your career path. If you are doing a general degree, a generic Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Social Science, you will first need to select 2 majors, a first major and a second major. Think of a major as a subject. You will need to pass these subjects every year of your degree. Usually, you will take 2 modules in each subject at level 1, 1 in each semester, 2 modules in each subject at level 2, 1 in each semester, and then in level 3, you will take 4 modules in each subject, 2 in each semester. In order to graduate with a BA degree, your first major must come from this list. If you are doing a Bachelor in Social Science, your first major must come from this list. Your second major can come from either list A or B. And just to give you some more options,
Your second major can also come from List C. These are subjects that are not offered by the College of Humanities, but by other colleges, but which Humanities allows you to take. Even though you may choose your second major from another college, because it's your second major, you will still belong to the College of Humanities. Note that if you are doing a structured degree, like Bachelor of Politics, Philosophy and Law, BA-PPL, or BA Culture and Heritage Tourism, there will be specific subjects and majors that have already been decided for you. Now remember, if we look at this slide again, you need 384 credits, or 24 modules of 16 credits each, to attain your degree. Your majors will comprise 16 of those modules. That's 256 credits. You therefore need another 8 modules, or 128 credits, across your 3 years in order to achieve the 384 credit requirement. These remaining 8 modules are called electives. Your choice of electives is wide. You could choose a different subject each semester at level 1 and 2. However, it is a good idea when starting out to choose a backup major, which would mean choosing an elective, for example, drama or history, for both semesters of level 1. Then, if you don't like one of your chosen majors, you can replace it with your backup without falling behind in your progression. Remember that choosing your module as a first-year student, you may only select the first level module. You can identify what level a module is by looking at the first number in the module code. For UKZN's primary medium of instruction is English, UKZN, as the major university for KwaZulu-Natal, is committed to the promotion of isiZulu, both regionally and in the academic space. This means that if you are not an Nguni language speaker or did not do Zulu as your first additional language at school, one of your 8 electives must be Basic isiZulu. That's ZUL N101. The N stands for non-mother tongue. If you do speak isiZulu but didn't do it at school or as an FAL, then you will have to get an exemption. An exemption means you do not have to take the module as one of your electives. The exemption can easily be attained by contacting the isiZulu discipline. For general BA students, one of your electives must be a language that was not your first language in grade 12. If you are a first language English speaker, your basic isiZulu module satisfies this requirement. But we do have languages such as French and Kiswahili that are open to all students to choose as electives or majors. If you're a first language Zulu speaker, French, Kiswahili, or English to satisfy the language requirement. You can also choose a language equivalent to satisfy the language requirement of the generic BA. These include ACLE 101, ELDV 100, Linguistics 102, or Zulu 203, which is a level 2 module. Now you may think this all sounds very complicated, but it won't take long for you to master. Remember, we have mentors, advisors, academic development officers, and student services all available to assist you if you get stuck. As long as you stick to these rules, you will easily meet the requirements of your degree. Good luck.
Okay, great, guys. That's the second video, which got into a little bit more detail around the modules and how you select them and how they're structured. So before we go on to the next one, maybe there's some questions relating specifically to what we've seen so far. I'm just going quickly through to see if I see any hands, and if not, we'll go on to the third. Okay, we've still got the same hands. I don't know if Lou Rain wants to ask that question. If you've put up your hand before and you forgot to take it down, please remember you have to take your hand down. You have to actually take it down. Lou Rain. We've also got Nonjabulo Gomede.
Yes, it's
Hi.
Nanjabulo.
Go
Hi,
ahead.
ma'am.
Hi.
I wanted to ask about the majors.
Yeah.
Regarding the majors, you said that there are some majors that you can't do at humanities. You can do them outside.
Thank you.
So we allow you to, as long as one of your majors is inside the college, there are some majors that are outside of the College of Humanities that we do allow you to take. Are you wanting to talk about that?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask if economics and management, are they both outside, or one is inside and the other is outside?
Okay, they are both outside. So you could take them both as electives up to the end of level 2. But then at level 3, you'd have to decide on either economics or management.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
I've got Nompumelelo Kumalo.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask firstly regarding the majors. So I went on my portal and I wanted to register. So I had my first major as philosophy and then my second major as legal studies. And when I said save and move on, it said the registration isn't open yet.
Okay, so with legal studies, have you applied to do legal studies?
I just applied for Bachelor of Social Science, ma'am.
Okay, so legal studies is a little bit sticky. They don't accept everybody. Okay, an ADO can correct me, but I think you have to have got 60% in English. Am I right? So you have to apply.
Miranda.
Yes, Nico.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nico, Academic Development Officer for the School of Arts. I just want to clarify the legal studies, okay? You need to have 30 matric points for legal studies in order to do first year legal studies. And then you need to have a 60% average in your first year modules to continue to second year and third year. So that's the one thing about legal studies. You just have to be very mindful of the matric points that you've got in order to start it off and thereafter be consistent to get 60% for the first year module, first semester and second semester. I think that would be it.
Thank you very much for clarifying. So you've got that, everyone. You need to have 30 matric points.
Yes, ma'am. Now my question is, what other module can I do if I want to do BA law? Like after this first year, because my plan is to do first year of Bachelor of Social Science and then major in BA law for the next year.
You can do law as a major through social science, and then you can, so you would do legal studies. So there's a couple of routes to, a lot of students do legal studies as a major and then apply after that to law. But you would need to speak to law. You can do law, legal studies does require you, well, law students have to do a semester of English or ACLE 101. But a lot of people choose criminology as a second major if they're doing law. Or politics, sociology, but a lot of students do choose to do criminology with a legal studies major.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, one more question and then we'll watch video 2. I can see Calvin Smith was next. I don't know if he still wants to ask a question.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what my majors were, but the subjects I've chosen were psychology, sociology, history, and drama.
Okay.
But then during the video, you mentioned something that you have to choose a language. Is that still applicable? Because I'm doing a BA.
Yes. So one of your, at some stage in the first 2 years, you have to choose, but You're not a Zulu mother tongue. Did you do Zulu as a first additional language at school?
No, I did not. I happened to do Afrikaans.
Okay, so then you'll have to choose Zul N 101, which is the basic is Zulu, for one semester as an elective. You can do that this semester or next semester, and that will satisfy the language requirement for you. But there are other languages on offer, like French and Kiswahili, which you could also select. But yeah, so if you just do the compulsory Zulu module, then you'll be fine.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, should we go on to the next video and then we can ask some more questions?
Please, please.
Who's asking, saying please so passionately?
Hello, can I ask you something?
Okay, go for it.
I wanted to ask, ma'am, what are some of the majors or major options we have at Bachelor of Social Work?
Okay, Bachelor of Social Work is different, and I think that we will need an ADO. So when we do the breakaway rooms, there will be an ADO who's in charge of social work, because, for instance, people doing a Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Social Science, as far as I'm aware, definitely not an arts. Those students can't choose social work as an elective. So it's quite a specific degree, social work, even though it is obviously in our college under the School of Applied Human Sciences. I don't know if there's somebody in the room who wants to speak specifically to social work, but I think it's a structured degree from my understanding.
Okay, so is it something I can
Hello, please, may I ask a question?
Okay.
Sorry, sorry, everybody. Can I just interject? It's Prof. Hoskins. We are running behind schedule in terms of our timing.
Okay.
We're going to have dedicated breakout rooms as per the qualification that you applied for. And our ADOs will help you plan, all right, what you'll take as majors, what you'll take as electives in that breakaway session, which will be a smaller session. So can I ask all our students just to reserve that degree planning for the breakaway session, all right? Please let's do that. And in addition to that, after that, every day, there will be additional curriculum advice sessions if you're unavailable and online registration sessions for even more depth, all right, with your planning. So for now, please let us get through the generic content. Keep your questions, they're important, we value them, but you will have an opportunity for the detailed sit down with somebody to actually help you plan. Okay,
Thanks so much, Prof.
Right.
I think this is the third video. I'm having a bit of trouble going back and forth, but if we've seen this one before.
By now, we hope you have a clearer idea of what your degree entails, the rules you need to follow, and the subjects you can or have to take in order to succeed. Because most students do better when they like what they're doing, this video is designed to help you choose the right subjects for you and the future you want. We are often asked the question, what can I do with a BA or a BSoc Sci? Unlike the structured degrees, the Bachelor of Architecture or the Bachelor of Theology, for example, which are designed with very specific careers in mind, where you end up once you've attained your generic BA or BSoc Sci depends very much on the subjects you take to complete it. As such, a better question to ask is, what would I like to do with my BA or BSoc Sci? You should then choose the subjects that will enable you to do that. With this in mind, we have put together some suggestions for which subjects you should take depending on the career path you want to have. Please note, these will not guarantee your access to that particular career. The purpose of recommending them is to help you choose those subjects that are either required for or likely to benefit you in your pursuits after you complete your degree. So whether it's teaching, psychology, law, government, or the performing or creative arts, community and development, we have subjects that will help you find your way. The BA or B Social Science can be a gateway to a PGCE or a teaching degree. If that is a career path you are interested in, you will need to choose 2 of these subjects for 4 semesters each. You may be interested in becoming a psychologist or counselor or having a career in law. These are some related subjects that have synergies with these career paths. Many students choose the BA particularly because they're interested in the creative industries. These might include the performing or creative arts. For these students, we have a number of modules on offer. As a student, you may see yourself working with and in communities, either through the non-governmental or governmental sector. Here are some modules that could work well together if this is your passion. Please don't worry if you are unsure of what you want to be or what you want to do. A good starting point is to select subjects that interest you and that align with your particular skills and talents. That said, a lot of subjects we offer may be new to you as they were not available at your school. So don't be afraid to try something unfamiliar or unconventional. It may just be the start of something wonderful.
Okay, everyone. So that's given you, I think, quite a good sense of what the degree is about, how it works, how it develops. We've looked at the different options for modules and focusing along specific career paths. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to be looking at is the AMS program, or the Academic Monitoring and Support Program, and we're going to be looking at how we are able to support you and get you to the place that you want to do with your teaching and learning. So this might be for instance, things like the writing place. So we offer services to assist students with their essay writing skills. But if you find yourself falling behind, a whole system kicks in where we actually, we have teams in place who can get you on the right track, okay? Things like your mentors, the academic development officers that we were speaking about. So I'm going to click on a link now, which will give you more information about that. I see there's also, I didn't see on that page, but we needed to scroll down and look for, there's a link for the college handbook. One of the students in the room spoke about the fact that they were looking at the handbook. So the 2022 handbook is available, and it's available as a PDF that you would click. It's a really good idea to download it. It tells you all of the different modules on offer. It explains the rules of progression. It explains a lot about what you need to know at the university. So I would definitely do yourself a favor and look for the College of Humanities handbook and download it. Okay, let me just share the screen for you, everyone. Okay, so we're looking here at the AMS program. Okay, so we have Access, AMS, and the writing place. I spoke a little bit about that earlier. There will be details available, I'm pretty sure, on the video itself about how you can access those. Okay, so this really requires a little bit of discussion about what we call the progression rules, because essentially, while we have said to you guys that you need to register for 64 credits, that's 4 modules per semester, the university has a requirement that you pass 3 of those 4 modules. If you pass less than 3, in other words, less than 48 credits, you become what we call below progression. So that means that you aren't quite keeping up to the level that we require. You aren't quite making it. Now, this may be because you are distracted by being in arrears and you're having too much fun, or it may be that something horrible has happened, something is going on at home or in your life, or perhaps your health has taken a knock, and that is causing you to fall behind in your academics. When that happens, we notice, and then we start a whole system of academic monitoring and support kicks in, and we then monitor your progress. Now, blue is if you're doing fantastically and we just don't have to worry about you. You're on top of everything. Green, you're doing really well and you're going to be fine. Orange is when you've just started falling behind, and we're noticing a trend. And red is when seriously you are underperforming and you are failing far too many, and there needs to be a kind of an intervention. And that's when you'll have ADOs and mentors looking after you, and trying to find out if you need psychological assistance that will be made available to you, etc. Okay, so who is the team? Okay, this is Nati over here. He's in the room with us and he can greet everybody. Nati, you want to say hello?
Hi, everyone. My name is Peter. I am as coordinator of College. Thank you.
Welcome. And thanks so much for organizing all of the mutes and everything. Then we have Tandanani Ngidi, who's on the PMB campus. I don't think she's in the room because this is a Howard College thing, and Vikita Ndadozi, who is Edgewood. Okay. Okay, let's go up. Click the access.
Welcome to the University of KwaZulu-Natal Access Program in the College of Humanities. My name is Ntabiseng Mofokeng. I am a student counselor in the Access Program. I would not be doing justice to you if I were not to congratulate you for making it in your matric year, despite all the challenges that the year 2020 brought. The amount of uncertainty that came due to COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 seemed to threaten your future. However, your strength and resilience push you to where you are today. I have no doubt that the history books will tell of your story of pressing forward for academic success amidst great difficulty. This gives me so much confidence in you that as you embark on this new journey, there is nothing stopping you from finishing the journey you are starting today. The Bachelor of Social Science Extended Curriculum degree is popularly known as BSS4. It is an alternative degree designed to cater from students from different educational backgrounds. BSS4 program is a 4-year program which stretches the first year of instruction over 2 years with integrated preparatory instruction. Some students after the foundation year choose to continue as BSS4 students and enjoy the support offered by the program throughout the undergraduate journey, while others venture to various degrees offered under the College of Humanities. The program has supportive office-based staff, which includes a program coordinator, a counselor, and an administrator. The BSS4 is based at Howard College and Pietermaritzburg campus. Each campus has these 3 supportive office bearers. The program has academic staff, which includes augmenting lecturers and access tutors who have been with the program for many years. Both academic and administrative staff are self-motivated individuals who are committed to the success of the students. BSS4 offers academic support, which is understood as filling gaps as a result of poor socio-economic backgrounds. The support offered is one-on-one counseling session, psycho-educational and psychosocial life skills classes. BSS4 curriculum is spread over 4 years and totals to 384 credits upon completion. During first year, students are exposed to foundational modules where they do the following modules: academic literacy, English language development, basic computer literacy, basic numeracy, and exploring literacies in the humanities. In the second year, students do mainstream core modules at level 1. That year, students do 3 mainstream core modules at level 2. In the fourth year, students do 2 major modules at level 3. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, lectures are conducted online and students are provided with learning materials to work through between classes. And those learning materials are found online in a site called Moodle at UKZN. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, assessment is conducted in a variety of ways through written assignments and online tests. We wish you the best in your academic journey. Thank you.
Welcome to the Mentoring and Academic Monitoring and Support Program, more commonly referred to as the Mentoring and AMS Program. This program is rooted in UKZN's monitoring, support, and exclusions policies. As a first year registering within the College of Humanities, you will be allocated a mentor to assist you as you venture into the world of higher education. You might remember having a mentor in grades 1 and 8. You might even have been a mentor yourself. Mentors are students who have successfully completed most or all of their own undergraduate humanities degrees. They therefore know what it's like to be a new student beginning their journey at the university. They know the campus, who to go to, and where to go to for help. They're also familiar with the challenges you might face and what you need to know as you journey through your first year. Your mentor will become the friend that will point you in the right direction when things get a bit confusing and overwhelming throughout your first year. Our main objectives are to provide you with a support structure that will help you achieve good academic standing, as well as a quick and successful socio-economic transition into the university environment. As a new student registered for the first time at UKZN, you are deemed as being on good academic standing and coded green. At the beginning of your second semester and all subsequent semesters thereafter, you will receive a code with a corresponding color to help you track your academic performance. This code is based on your performance in all of your modules, as well as UKZN's progression rules. Our color coding system is adopted from the traffic lights colors. Green is for go. Orange means be careful. You're in danger of not completing your degree in time. And red says stop and take a hard look at what you can do to turn things around. None of these colors should make you weep because we're here to help you along your way. Should you find yourself on orange and red, your campus's AMSP coordinator will allocate you a mentor who will help you as you work your way back onto the green. The support system will be available to you for the duration of your undergraduate degree. From the time you enter the university to the time you achieve your goal of completing your degree, the Mentoring and AMS program will be by your side. The mentors are trained and equipped with the resources to help you along. They will facilitate group discussions on a range of issues relevant to you and your journey at UKZN. They will be available for one-on-one consultations. On occasion, you have a matter that must be dealt with privately. Mentors will also refer you to other support units that can provide specialized assistance as the need arises. Effective mentoring requires that everyone involved be committed to learning. Once you have been assigned a mentor, you must accept responsibility for your learning by cooperating with your mentor, communicating effectively, accepting feedback, and acting on it. Each campus has its own coordinator. Our details can be found on the AMSP website. Please email us if you have any questions or comments. We look forward to a vibrant and successful journey, inspiring greatness with you at UKZN.
Good day. My name is Nogokanya Neptune Mbonambi.
I am a PhD student in the discipline of criminology and forensic studies. Today, I'll be giving a brief overview of the writing place. This would include what is the writing place, the purpose of the writing place, as well as how can you access the services of the writing place. The writing place is an academic support structure located in the teaching and learning unit of the College of Humanities. The College of Humanities is more of an essay written assessment-based college. This means that you would be expected to write short as well as long essays in your course, review papers of written assessments, among other things, in your modules. This is where the writing place comes in. We, as the writing place, are here to show you the way. We will introduce you to it and we will support you all the way. As the name suggests, the writing place, it is about writing. However, it offers more than just writing. At the university, you are expected to write as well as think in a certain way. This way of writing refers to as academic writing. In order to write academically, you would need to also think in a certain way, which refers to as critical thinking. Critical thinking as well as academic writing are vital skills for students to have. At the writing place, you will get a one-on-one support from a writing place tutor to help you to understand, develop, as well as improve these skills. This includes support with understanding of academic concepts, how to structure your essay and assignments, answering all parts of an essay question correctly, and how to reference correctly using the different referencing styles used in the College of Humanities. All you need to do is to bring along a draft of your essay or assignment to the writing place. Lastly, how do you get in touch with the unit? Given the fact that we are doing remote learning, the writing place services are also offered remotely, and this is a very easy process. All you need to do is email a draft of your presentation to the writing place. The email of the writing place is writingplacehum, which is HUM, at ukzn.ac.za, and a tutor will attend to your work. It is very important for students to email their work at least 3 days prior to the submission dates so that the writing place tutor will have enough time to go through the work. This will also assist if there are network problems. I advise everyone to utilize the services which are offered to the writing place. Try us, we are with you all the way.
Thanks, guys. Let me just get this gone. Stop the share.
Question. Would you build a website
Oh dear.
for a major brand with more than 200 million
Sorry,
users
everybody,
using Wix?
it's doing it
Well,
again.
we did. Hi, I'm Sivana. I'm an R&D manager here at Wix. Today, I want to show you how we use our own platform,
Sorry,
creating
guys.
some pretty complex functionalities that may surprise you.
I'm trying to find that thing again.
Web pages are built on Wix.
What does it do this for? Where is it?
I think you minimized it.
So to match them with the best solutions, we built an onboarding flow on the Wix editor using custom elements. We also embedded a web component using the custom element feature. These can be
I don't know what's happening now.
Angular, Vue.js,
Doc, can you share the screen so we can try to help you?
I think I just closed a whole lot of stuff and okay. But okay, we seem to have gone back to relative normal. I think it just, okay, I'm going to stop the share and I'm going to hope that it just does what I need it to do. Okay, thanks for bearing with me. This is a little bit confusing. Okay, so we have looked at the AMS program, okay, and I think it's been explained quite clearly, the different aspects of it for the students, for you guys. And we need to move now to student services, okay? Okay, which is looking at funding and residence, academic services, support services, and the disability support unit. Some of these have been explained a little bit, but certainly the funding and residence, we did go through, it says it briefly explained. Okay. Okay, so do we have a member of the college staff who are here who can introduce themselves and demonstrate the
You
video?
have Miss Reddy, Miss Anusha Reddy in the house. She can now take over the session. Thank you.
Good morning, colleagues. Good morning, students, and welcome to UKZN.
Go for it, Anusha.
Okay, can we just introduce her for the
Sure, sorry, I had my mute on. I'm not sure what people heard. So I'm handing you over now to Mrs. Anusha Reddy, who is the PAO, the principal officer in charge of the College of Humanities. She's our chief administrator. And she is the one who manages a lot of all the administration relating to students in our college on the campus of Howard College. So I'm going to hand over to Anusha and she can explain a bit more. Thanks so much.
Good morning, students, and welcome to UKZN. I'm Anusha Reddy. I'm the Principal Academic Admin Officer in the College of Humanities, Howard College. Together with me is a team that I have that works with me, that we oversee all your administration from admissions through registration. If there are queries that you have with your admissions, your registration, your modules, we're also offering online Zoom links where we could assist you, where you could come into a Zoom meeting, share your screen with us, and we'll take you through the process. I have a dedicated team that's working with me that's here to make your registration process easy and to run smoothly as possible. And there are questions that I'm willing to take from the team, from the colleagues and the students. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Can I just interject here, Chair? Mrs. Reddy, there were a couple of questions, please, around the registration fee. Can you repeat that? And in order to be successfully registered, how much you need to pay? And also, in addition, how do you go about paying your registration fee? Thank you.
The registration deposit is to accept the offer, it's 250 rands. The registration deposit is 4,150 rands. You will have to do that at a standard bank. Your student number is your reference that you will use when you're making the payments. If you have an offer that's been made, normally the SMS says within 3 days, but we have been a bit lenient and we haven't withdrawn your offer right now, but we will be withdrawing if you haven't accepted it. So you will use the standard bank. Your reference is your student number, and you need to send us documentations. Once you're financially cleared, you can proceed to the registration. Your mentors will assist you and the college staff will assist you with proceeding to your registration. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Anusha.
Sorry, payments for rest. Can we just follow up on the questions that were in the chat, Chair?
Okay.
Sure.
I just want to, with residence deposit, I'm just going to come back to that, Prof, in a minute.
Thank you. Can you also just speak us to those students who are NSFAS funded, where they are, and how they go about contacting the funding office?
Okay. Students that are NSFAS funded will have to contact the financial aid advisors. Prof, do you want me to put details of those on the chats?
That would be great, Anusha, if you could do that.
Okay, I can do that. I will put the details. Otherwise, students can email college office and we'll also provide details of that, but I will put that information on the chat as I go along.
Anusha, going to
Yes.
share screen and you can talk through these details. So I'm going to share my screen, Chair. So just 1 second, and I'm going to first communicate the registration query details. So let me do that. Can you talk us through these details for registration queries, please? Is it ready?
Okay. Prof, you want me to go through this video?
We'll go through the video now, but can you just speak through this where my cursor is hovering on the registration query and point that out for us, please?
Okay. Okay, students can send their queries to, I'm just going to. Can you make your screen a little bigger for me, please?
Can everybody see my screen? That's the biggest I can make it.
Okay.
Is that good for you now?
Yep, it's fine. The students can send it to reg2023@ukzn.ac.za. Students also can send it to the ETSI help desk at ukzn.ac.za. You can send registration queries to that.
Okay, let me interject and just help because you can't see the screen. So each campus has a dedicated, so for Howard College, there's a dedicated email to route all your registration queries to. And you will see that for Howard College, it's the reg231@ukzn.ac.za. And there's separate generic emails for both Pietermaritzburg and Edgewood. In addition to this page, can I ask you to please mute if you're not muted? Okay. There is a link to the online. How do you access the online registration system? This is your link to the online registration system. So you'll see on our page, we've put a link under online registration to the registration 2022 College of Humanities page. So all your information is here. In addition, the college office will be running dedicated curriculum advice sessions, and you can join those curriculum advice sessions with your FYE mentor if you're still stuck with any technical issues around registration. So for example, where you can't see a module, where you have a clash with two of the subjects, they will then support you, okay, during those Zoom links. So the two main ones are you can't see a module you want to enroll for, or you're having a clash between the two modules and the timetable doesn't allow you then to register for that. So in those Zoom sessions, you'll then be able to pick up on the curriculum advice dates and you can join those curriculum advice dates. Important here also is the student rule book around any disciplinary matter and the disciplinary process we follow, especially where students are having issues, all right, with, for example, cheating, plagiarism, for example, which we're going to take you through in great detail in the FYE program. And here also is a copy of the College of Humanities handbook, right? The chatbot at the moment, I want to be honest with you and say rather route your query through your FYE mentor, because they will support you directly with passing on that information to the necessary college officer, ADO, or academic leader of teaching and learning. We're now going to go through the video. Can I just, are you happy for me to run the video now?
Please, Prof, that would be great.
Okay. Can everybody hear the audio?
No, I can't hear the audio. There we go.
Welcome to the online registration video where we will show you how to register as a first-time student at UKZN. Open your browser and go to www.ukzn.ac.za. This is UKZN's homepage. Click on the Registration 2022 button. Scroll down and select the college you wish to register with. Read through the information provided by the college regarding registration. This will take you to Student Central, the official UKZN student portal. Before we get started, please do not use the backwards arrow in your browser. If you wish to go back, please use the buttons within the program. Please add your student number and select Proceed. This will take you to Student iEnabler. On the left panel, click on UKZN Web Registration. This will drop down and give you buttons you need to follow sequentially. Click on View Online Registration Process. This will present a guide as to how to register. If you get stuck, return to this document. Next, select Rules and Regulations. You are required to read through this document and select Accept at the end of it. You will not be allowed to proceed with registration if this has not been accepted. Then select Address Validation. The red asterisk indicates mandatory fields that you need to fill in. You may update your postal and study address here and select Save. Select Personal Contact Details. Please check that your cell phone number and email address is correct, as these will be the main form of communication between the university and you. Click on New Registration. If you have multiple possible qualifications available to you, you will need to select the most appropriate one. Ensure that the qualification displayed is correct. Select your major if required and your employment status. Please note that selecting Employed means you are permanently employed. Click Save and Continue. Now, you will see all the modules that are available to you. Please note that feedback may not be immediate. You will receive an email informing you that you have feedback. Please go back into the registration screen and check. Underneath your name and student number, please make sure all your information is correct. The number on the right is the maximum number of credits you need to register for. Select your modules, keeping in mind the rules per group of modules and the total credits for the year. The system will generate errors if you break any rule. Select timetables blocks per module chosen. Ensuring you do not select the same blocks for modules within the same semester. Check that you have used all your credits that are available to you. When you are satisfied with your selection, click on Save and Continue or Previous to go back one screen, or Restart Process to go back to the qualification screen. If you have any credit errors, you will be required to request for approval of your selection. At this point, you can log out and wait for the university to send you an email with the new registration link. Green students with no registration errors will move on automatically. Once request has been approved or a green student has successfully made subject selections with no errors, You will be directed to a screen whereby you may upload documents. Some of your documents may be preloaded already. A list of documents will be shown on screen. Browse and upload a PDF file as required. If you have a comment, you may type it here. Once submitted, a notice will pop up saying your request has been submitted and the college will respond to you. This is why it is important to give us the correct email address. You may log out and wait for an email from the college. You will be advised if the documents submitted meet requirements or if you need to resend. If you log on to new registration before the email is sent, you will get a notice saying to wait for the email from your college. Once approved, you click on New Registration and you will be shown a summary of the modules you have chosen. If you are still happy, you may click Continue. If you are unhappy with your selection, you can press Restart Process. You will then be presented with a screen showing the costs of your registration. Click on Accept Registration to finalize your registration. Please note that there may be other costs that the varsity charges over and above this amount. You may restart this process if you are not happy. If you are happy with your selection, you can press Accept Registration. If you have any outstanding holds, an error will pop up. Click on View Error to see what errors there are. For example, if you have a financial clearance error, you will need to contact finance to clear the hold. You can log out and contact the relevant department. At this point, your selection will be stored on the system and you will be registered automatically once your hold has been cleared. If you have no holds, you will now get a message stating you are now registered. Should you wish, you may print proof of registration or summary of costs and log off. Once the hold has been cleared, you may log on and click New Registration again. You will be taken to the summary page. Click on Continue. You will be taken to the registration cost estimate page. You will then be able to select Accept Registration. A message will pop up saying you have successfully registered. Click Close. You will then see the modules you have registered for Semester 1 and Semester 2. You are able to print this and keep it for your records. Go back to the left-hand side drop-downs. Click on Statement of Current Registration. You are also able to print this statement. You can log out. You have completed your registration. Well done. We look forward to meeting you in 2022.
Thanks so much. Okay, I see there's quite a lot of questions and we also have the breakaway. So I'm thinking perhaps that we should do the breakaway session because as Prof. Hoskins, our Dean of Teaching and Learning mentioned, we are running a little bit behind and there's another session happening for PMB in a little bit. Nati, I believe that you are going to be organizing these breakout sessions. Nati, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Doc. We're doing
Miranda, sorry, Dr.
Yes,
Sanghong here. There's one, have we covered the section on the FYE program and accessing it? We've got one more thing to do before we go to the breakout, please. Okay, and then one last major question that everybody's been asking, and Ms. Reddy will confirm this, is that you do not need to have your financial clearance up front. So what you can do this week is, while you're waiting to be financially cleared, please note the important deadline that lectures start on the 14th of Feb. And as an unregistered student, okay, what we mean by a registered student is somebody selected their mod, but did orientation, got their curriculum advice from their ADOs, gone to the online registration system, selected their modules, all right? Once they are financially cleared and paid the 4,170, the registration then is now technically complete. In the meantime, you are allowed as an unregistered student who hasn't been financially cleared, in other words, hasn't made your deposit of 4170 yet, you're allowed to go to the online system, choose your modules. We will approve it for you by way of the curriculum advice process. However, the academic leaders of teaching and learning and the ADOs approve you. Your registration will park there and will not go through, and you will not be considered registered until you are financially cleared. So please note that. You are allowed now to go select your modules, even if you're not financially cleared. But come the 25th of Feb, if you are not registered by then, you will fall away and you're no longer considered a UKZN student, unless, of course, you're one of those NSFAS funded students that has been approved, and we're waiting for that approval to come through from NSFAS. Okay, thank you for that. Can we please just move now to the accessing the FYE system before we go to the breakout? Thank you. Over to you, Chair.
Thanks, Prof. And yeah, thanks for that clarification. So on my program here, it says that there's going to be a coordinator who will take students through slides. Is that Nati who's going to assist here?
And one of the three called Caitlin, Wanda, and Luzipo, who is supporting us with taking us through how to register for the FYE. Okay, give me 5 minutes. I will do that. 1 second. Another question. Can somebody take that question while I get the slides up?
Let me take some questions while Prof. Hoskins is organizing. Okay, I'm looking for hands here. I also saw a question earlier about online and whether we're going to be doing face-to-face. So this semester, we will definitely be doing online learning. There are some modules. So for instance, if you are a fine arts student, an African music and dance student, a drama student, particularly the ones at a higher level, there are some modules which will be engaging in contact at a limited degree. But by and large, we will be doing remote learning. We have a remote learning platform, which is called Learn 2022. And essentially all of your learning materials, the structure of your module, your assignments, they should all be available through that platform. It will also have content like audio PowerPoints. And if we do Zooms that you aren't able to attend, or there's been some challenge, we usually will post those Zooms up onto that site. So you can really sort of take charge of your learning. I see some hands here. Mtokozisi.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead.
Ma'am, can I please ask something that's is it necessary to submit my matric certificate document? Because now I don't have it.
Okay, so it is necessary, but we understand sometimes that's a challenge. You will need to apply for it or get your hands on it at some stage. Is it Umalusi? You can do that application, and then we'll make a note of it that it's coming, and we put a special code next to your name, and then as soon as you get it, you'll have to upload that. but it is important that you do have that. I see Prof. Hoskins has loaded on the slides.
Okay, thank you, facilitator. So the FYE, or the first year experience, which we advertise to you via your mentor, is how you're going to actually work on after this orientation. So we have a dedicated website called the FYE Moodle website. And we want you all to now enroll for the online Moodle course. There are 4 units in the course. The first unit is introduction and orientation. So it's going to supplement what we're covering today. And you'll see that we're going to ask you, your mentors are going to say to you by week 1, you need to cover section A, B, C, and D of unit 1. All right. Then the second unit, which is also going to be delivered in the first semester, will be the academic literacy module. And there we're going to teach you important things of improving your academic literacy skills, your writing skills, your learning skills, your time management skills, your study skills, access to the library, how you use the library resources, will all be in that unit. In the second semester, we're going to give you what we call your personal and wellness development, unit. And in that unit, we've got our clinical psychologists in the college, and they're going to give you a set of really good skills on how to marry your academic skills with your personal and your wellness development. So things like GBV, how to transition, from a mental perspective, how to deal with grief, how to deal with depression, all those things are going to be dealt with. How to manage yourself, how to eat healthy, how to manage your time, all those things are going to be unpacked. Relationships, you come into university, you find the new people, you enter into a relationship. How do you manage yourself in that relationship? How do you manage yourself in your relationship and conduct yourself in an ethical manner? So I was noting in the chat that some of you were socializing and you were joking and you were laughing. There are also ethical protocols of how you engage on a social platform like this. All right. What can you do? What can't you do during your Zoom lecture session? All right. Do I lay there in my pajamas? Do I take myself off into the toilet? Do I activate my video? So what is the correct ethical protocols? The final unit delivered in the second semester is financial literacy. We all know that money is a meager resource and that often we underperform when we have stress around how we manage those meager resources we have as students. So do I take my NSFAS card and my allowance, and do I go at the end of the month and queue up at Checkers, at the bottle store, and make sure that I stock up, you know what I'm saying? Or do I buy food, for example, and ensure that I've got a healthy nutrition program at the end of the day? So all those aspects are going to be given to you in this program. How do you access the program? The program is fully online, interactive. You work through the content, it self-assesses you. It's going to give you and assess your performance and tell you what your progress is online. It's going to give you badges for your good performance and reward you. And at the same time, you're going to learn skills, core skills and competencies that will support you for the rest of your learning and improve your success rate ultimately. So this is how we want you to log on. You want to use these 3 browsers, all right? We all used of Chrome, and we encourage everybody to use Chrome. There is the Firefox, and there's the new version of Internet Explorer, which is not that popular, but these are all sanctioned. So you must stick to these browsers to successfully use the FYE Moodle site. Then the actual link itself is https:// fye.ukzn.ac.za. That takes you to the official site. Note that this presentation will be available on our orientation page, so not to worry, and the links to the FYE course Moodle site. And Moodle is our learner management system. You'll also be using another version of Moodle called Learn 2022. So each of your online courses for all of the modules that you're doing, so let's say you're taking criminology or psychology 101, all your course content will be available on the Moodle site. However, this separate site will be used just for accessing your FYE program content. So you will see that once you access it, it will take you to the available course and it will say to you, this is your first year experience course. At the top of the course, you will see that you will then need to select the login option to log in. Once you've logged in originally, the next time around, you then formally enroll for the course. You will automatically not have to keep on logging in. You will just need to click the first year experience option and it will take you automatically into the course. So students have already received an email. So all those students that when you applied and you put through your application to us, you provided us with an email address. We use that email address to send you your password, right? So you must go and have a look at that email. And that email, if it was somebody else's email that you used, please go and ask them to access that email because your password to log in is sitting there in that email. For those of you who did not give us an email, right? And I'm not talking about your UKZN email. I'm talking about any other Gmail account or Yahoo account or any other email that you use. You need to please now go and give us that email that you're going to be using. Why? Because we need to get that information. So please go to your mentor, give them the email, set up the email if you haven't set up one. Give us that email immediately. We will pass on that email to the ICS people so that they can send you your password to log on to the system. The same applies for those who have not given us a cell number. If you haven't given us either of those, please give us the cell number and give us the email. It mustn't be the UKZN email that you're going to use. Give us that other email, the Gmail, which is the best one to set up. Give it to us immediately if you've not given us those details. We do have a list of who you are. We will send that information to your mentors, but in the meantime, we are asking you to give that information to your mentor, and the mentor will then pass it on to the coordinators, who will pass it on to the college officers, and they will then pass it on, update you on the system, and we will get ICS to then send you your password. Please do that as soon as possible. So your username on the system will be your student number, right? And your student number then will be the username that you've given. If for some reason you forgot your password that we gave you on that email address, you are able to go into forgot your password. It will then send you a link to change your password, but we need the email address. So this is why it's crucial for those of you who did not give us that email address when you did your application to do so immediately. Otherwise, you can't change the password. Right. So your username will be the student number you've been allocated, and you all have been communicated by acceptance. And even on the self-help system, on the registration page, you can see your username. Your password will be the one that we gave you via the email that you gave us. And then you're going to then press the login. If you forgot that password, go to the forget your password, and an email will be sent to you on that email that you gave us, generating your new password. Then that takes you into the course itself. I quickly want to run through the course, but I'm seeing that we're running out of time for the session. You will click the start option, and in the start option, you will then be navigated through the sections. You will see that section A, B, C, and D is what you have to cover by this week. And in the following week, you will cover sections E, F, G, and H. I'm now going to end this presentation, and any questions you have around the FYE will be dealt with by your FYE mentor. Thank you, Dr. Young, Jahangir. I'm now going to stop the presentation, to stop the share, and hand back to you.
Thanks so much, Prof. Hoskins, for that, that detailed PowerPoint presentation that was sort of walking the first years through the process of registration, which can be quite confusing. I see that Nati has started to set up the groups, and perhaps we can do that. But just to say, guys, that all of these links are still available. So we encourage you to go back. I see a lot of the questions that are in the chats are about things that we have covered already. We totally understand that it's not a case of you sort of get it first time. So please take your time and go back through the slides, go back through the videos and watch them. And we are available, the ADOs and the academic leaders, to answer any of those questions if you're still not clear. Nati, please take us through this. I see that you have established these breakaway rooms, and what you can see here is different rooms for different qualifications. So, and stop me if I'm speaking out of turn or if I'm misguided here, Nati, but here we have the BSS GEM, the Cultural Heritage and Tourism, and I think that says International Studies. It's sort of broken off on the first one. Then we've got a BA PPL, Philosophy, Politics and Law. If that's the qualification that you are registering for, then you click into that room. If you're doing a BA or Bachelor of Social Science with drama or music, then Nico will look after you. If you're doing housing or architecture, Sinako will help you. Social work, we've got Siatemba and Sanele, who are going to be running that group. The BSS 4, we've got Skumbuzo and Ntabi, and we've got Dr. Betka AJ, who's going to be helping you out if you for the music qualification. Am I correct that people must just click assign and you'll go into the room?
Yes,
Can I come in and just help support
Please
everybody?
do so.
All right, so the participants at the moment, so students, you can't see the rooms yet, okay? So what we're going to do is, Nati is going to open the rooms. Once he opens the rooms, I need everybody to just focus their cursor at the bottom on the right of the screen where you have 3 dots, okay? And a message will come up that will say join a room. Click to join the room. Then look for your qualification, right? So if you're doing, for example, the Bachelor of Housing and Architecture, then click join the room, right? Some of us will stay behind to help those who are struggling. It's going to take us up to 5 minutes for everybody to join the room, right? So Nati is going to, not now, he's going to open the rooms in the next few seconds. Once he's opened the room, at the bottom, a message will pop up to say join the room. If you miss it, there are 3 dots, okay? Everybody on the right-hand side. On that left-hand side of the leave, do not leave the meeting, there are 3 dots. Underneath there, an option will come up to say join the rooms. Click join the rooms and then look at your room for your qualification and then click the join option. All right. Is everybody ready? Nati, we all ready? Those who stay behind, we will help move you. Okay, Nati, please open the room. Everybody cast your eye to the bottom right-hand side of your screen where a flash up will come in that says join the room. Over to you, Nati, please open up. Okay, the rooms are open. Now click on join a room and then choose the room for the qualification that you were accepted for. So if you accepted for a BA or Bachelor of Social Science, join that room. If you accepted for architecture and housing, join that room.
I'm sorry, Prof.
Go for
Yes.
it, Nosipo.
Okay, so we've put up a description of each room in the chat box. We couldn't label them out in full qualification name because Zoom limits the amount of characters that you enter when you're renaming the rooms. So we've put out each ADO's room with a description of what courses they'll be covering in their room. So the students can just check in the chat box, the message is there.
Okay, so everybody, can we just repeat, Nozipo, who the ADOs that they have to join?
Okay, let me just scroll up. Okay, so if you are doing a Bachelor of Arts, be a Bachelor of Social Sciences, general degree, Bachelor of Arts Drama and Performance Studies, Bachelor of Arts Music, you have to join Nico's room. So in the breakout rooms, just look for Nico's room. You'll see that's the room that you have to join if you're doing those qualifications. And
Sorry,
then,
Nozipo, sorry, everybody, please scroll down in that window. You won't see the rooms unless you scroll down. So please scroll down, right? And then join your relevant room. Apologies, Nozipo, because if you just stay on the top, okay, you won't see your breakout room. All right. So scroll
Can I
down
also
as
just
well.
say, sorry, Prof, that if you're doing music, you can join the last group, which is AJ's group. So if you're doing any music qualification, then please join AJ's group.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Nozipo.
Okay, and so then if you're also doing a BA in International Studies, be a Bachelor of Social Sciences in Geography and Environmental Management, Bachelor of Social Sciences in Culture, Heritage and Tourism, you have to join Siyabonga and Lindani's room. If you are doing a BA in Politics, Philosophy and Law, you have to join Nathis Varan's room. If you are doing a Bachelor of Social Sciences in Housing or a Bachelor of Architecture, you have to join Sinako's room. If you're doing social work, a Bachelor of Social Work, please join Siatemba and Sanele's room. If you are doing a Bachelor of Social Sciences Augmented Curriculum, which is the BSS4 program, please join Skumbuzo and Tabiseng's room. And then if you're doing the Bachelor of Music Extended Curriculum, you have to join AJ's room. So those are the rooms that, those are the descriptions. We have also put them up in the chat box for easy reference.
Prof, I'm not too sure here because Nico has music under his name, so too does AJ. So I'm not sure if that might cause any confusion for students because AJ doesn't have a student in his room right now. So I'm not sure.
AJ's room.
AJ is
room.
for the Bachelor, for the Music Foundation. People can go to AJ. That's fine.
Prof, I'm thinking that yeah, I think any students who want to do music can actually, AJ is well equipped to handle them because I don't think there are many in the foundation program. We don't offer the program degree anymore, which is probably who Nico was assigned to. Yeah, so
all we have to do, Nati, is put an announcement and they have to leave. If there's any music students with Nico, please let them leave the room and join AJ's room. So we can broadcast the message right now. I'm going to broadcast the message.
Okay.
Everybody just tell me what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that can all music students, all right, please leave Nicole's room and join Andrew.
Yeah, AJ.
Or AJ, is it down as AJ? So that they know.
It's down as AJ, Prof, yeah.
Okay, we've got a couple of people who still need to sign. Okay, I'm broadcasting that. Let's work through these people. It's coming down. There's 42 people who aren't assigned. Let's just give it a few more minutes to see.
I think your point about scrolling down is important, Prof. I'm not sure if people realize they
Yeah.
need to just...
Everybody, please scroll down. Those of you who are still not assigned, please scroll down so that we can help you. Okay, so the people who are still here, let's try and help these people. There's 40 of them unassigned. Abongile, which qualification were you accepted for, sir? Do you know which qualification you were accepted for?
Yeah, it's over.
Okay, Lungelo Masingeni, which qualification were you accepted for? These could also be people who are not in the meeting and have left and walked away from their PC. And there's 42, there's 38 people who are not assigned.
Perhaps we
Ashley
should ask
Chetty?
the question.
Ashley Chetty? Ashley, which qualification were you accepted for?
Education.
Oh, Ashley, you needed to be in the B.Ed session. Okay, so Ashley, can you join the B.Ed session this afternoon? But before you do, I just need to establish, can you send us an email, Ashley? hoskinsr@ukzn.ac.za.
One second, can you type it on the chat?
I'll put it in the
please?
chat. So you join
Okay.
them this afternoon. I don't have the link for this afternoon. Sorry, Ashley. So let me just put that
Okay.
in the chat. And you please join them this afternoon.
Okay.
Let me just do it for everybody.
Prof, I have the link.
You have the link for education this afternoon.
Yes, let me just look
Please
down here.
put it in the chat for Ashley.
Okay, I see the morning link. I'm just trying to see the afternoon. Yes, I have it.
Please put it in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to sort Ashley out. Andile Twala, what qualification are you doing? Ezra, please can you join the BSS General? If you scroll down, there's a Bachelor of Social Science and the Bachelor of Nozipo. Who's the person to join for the generic Bachelor, BA and Bachelor of Social Science? Please remind us. Who's the person that's doing the generic Bachelor of Social Science?
Nico.
Nico. So
Yes.
please join Nico if you're doing the Bachelor of Social Science or the BA. Geography and Environmental Management, please can you join Lindani or Siabonga? Andile, please join Nico's group. Tobile, General, the BA and the Bachelor of Social Science, please go to Nico. What is the BAT, please? Somebody saying BAT. Geography and Environmental Management, please go to Lindani and Siabonga. Okay, BA, Culture and Heritage Tourism, please go to Lindani and Siabonga. Njabulu, please go to Nico's group. Ashley, the education session is at 1 to 4. You may leave here. Nico, please go and scroll down in the chat rooms. You'll find Nico's group with his name on it.
And then lastly,
Dr. Young, is the age group link you have not the old one?
I'm just copying the link that I had on the document that was sent to me. Do you think that it's an old one?
Yes, I think it's the old one.
Okay, that was the link. It was, I mean, this is how I accessed the meet. If you have the new one, then please post it. That would be great. What about the Maritzburg meeting this afternoon? Is the link that I have then for that also not correct?
Yeah, let me just get the new link. Nati, have you got the new link for PMD?
I'll check just now, Prof, and revert to you.
We'll circulate those via the mentors. I'm just worried about the 27 people who haven't gone in.
We're able to assign them, so maybe we should just put them in a group.
Ayanda Buthelezi, what qualification, Ayanda, are you accepted for? Nowazi Gumede, what qualification are you accepted for? Amahle, Tito Kozile, you got a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Can you please send me the link for the environmental management and geography?
Okay, geography and environmental management, please scroll down on the breakaway rooms and join Landani and Siabonga.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
I'll just add them on my side, Prof.
Okay, great. Put them in there. Ayanda Buthelezi needs to go to Nico, please.
Okay, Ayanda Buthelezi.
Okay, let's assign Ayanda. Please, we can assign her.
Okay, assigned.
Right. Nozipo Funeka.
That's me.
That's sorry, my apologies. Ayanda Buthelezi should be assigned now. Abungile, which qualification? Amahle, which qualification?
I think Abongile is a staff member, Prof.
Oh, forgive me. Just say, Prof, I'm a mentor. Amahle is one of our staff members. Are these all now our mentors?
What about Tremaine Mngadi?
I think Tremaine is a mentor.
Okay.
Are these all mentors now? Kolani, Masuku, Rozipu, you will know. Are these all our FYE mentors now?
I think we're mixed with AMS and FYE, so I think these are probably mentors.
Okay, mentors, you're free to join any group you'd like to join. Just go and choose a group and go in. All right? FYE mentors, peer mentors, go and join any group you'd like to join. Ayanda needs to be signed to Nico, please. Zipo. Ayanda Buthelezi.
Ayanda Buthelezi.
And
Ayanda,
Zipo.
I already assigned. I've already assigned Ayanda Buthelezi.
You should have gone into Nico's group.
Let me just check.
Yes, she's with Nico's group, Prof.
Yeah, you've already been assigned. Visual arts.
Visual arts is PMB only, so they need to go
Is
to
it
the
visual?
afternoon session.
Okay.
So the 14 unassigned people are ourselves as well as the mentors. Okay, somebody's asking for the Bachelor of Arts in Culture and Heritage Tourism. Please go to Lindani and Siabonga's group or sign them, please. Zipo.
Okay.
But they're in there.
They are in. They're not in the main room. I think maybe the student is disconnected because they're not in the main room as well as in Lindani's room. So I think they're
The
offline.
Hayden governor is looking for the generic BA. So they've gone into the wrong room.
Hayden governor. Okay.
You can just respond to them and tell them to join Nico. Leave and then join Nico.
Bachelor of Social Work. Okay.
That's Sanele's group. You must join Sanele. Let's leave and go to Sanele.
Prof, how long are these breakaway rooms and what do we do now? Do we need to wait for them to come back?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute talking to myself. Miranda, you can leave, all right? Anusha, you can also leave and you can join us back here at 1 o'clock. We'll send you the new links.
Are you going to send that via email?
Nati, yes, can you please email, yeah, can you please email Miranda and Anusha the new links?
I'll do it just now.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, see you ladies back
Thanks,
here at,
everyone. See you a bit later.
At 1 o'clock. All right, I'll close for now. Thank you.
Yeah, iyahamba nazo emahlathini eyilusela khona. Ntambama ngesikhathi sokubuya ivimba iyabuya nazo. Zawuchule sisi. Umuntu leya. Ayiqothukile leyo mayi hlezi. Ungayibona sisimbi kanjani? Yo,
Okay. Sorry about that. Guys, we are going to have to close the session in about 3 minutes time, because we're going to be having the afternoon session now. So if any students missed out in the morning session, they can just join the one that's going to start now at 1. Or if there's anything that you feel was not clarified and you just want to listen in again, then please feel free to join the 1 o'clock session. I'm going to just ask that, Caitlin, may you please share the link for the 1 o'clock session in the chat box before we close off this one. Unfortunately, we will have to end this meeting in order to restart the other meeting. Detelelo, your hand is up. Do you have a question? Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning. If you are interested in just maybe listening in again for the afternoon, you can join the 1 o'clock session. If you've already attended the morning session, you don't necessarily have to attend the afternoon one as well. It's literally the same thing being repeated. So yeah, I will ask that someone share the link for the afternoon session on the chat box, and then you guys can join that session now if you are interested in listening in again. Other than that, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Something, if you can.
Yeah, ngabuza.
Yeah, ngifuna ukumeja nge-political science ne-forensic studies, yabo. Kodwa ngifuna ukuyeda nonyaka we-PSG CE. Angazi noma lokho ngakhona yini ukwenzeka.
Mangazi, if ikhona i-ADO that can respond to you right now. If not,
all right.
Please.
Thanks, Nosipho. Siyabonga. Where Sandile, you can measure with the political science name PGCE there. But I would advise you, in addition to that, make sure that you add modules lawa are teaching subject. I'm sure you saw English, so you can add the other modules so that you can be able to pursue that. Yeah.
Elective, something history Zulu.
Yeah, there were modules that were shown as one of the teaching modules, or history, Laba, English, or Zulu, what. Yeah, so you can add them as well so that about teacher and also collaborate Zulu. Yeah, bon.
Oh, cool.
Okay. I've just sent the link for the afternoon session on the group chat, guys. So you can just quickly copy that, and then I'll close in 2 minutes time because we need to start the other session.
Thank you. Siyabonga umsebenzi omuhle noSipho and the team. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Sure.
Ngaqala in violence ngizolanda le link le.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Sengiyavala ke. Sorry, I can't hear you. Guys, you can also just text your FYE mentor if you have any questions, and then they'll be able to refer you to the right people. I think some of you or all of you should be having group sessions this afternoon anyway, so you can even ask them after those group sessions. So just contact your FYE mentor, and they will refer you to the right